Are we good? Oh. Welcome to Skedline. This is Ria Paul. It's January 22nd, and these are our top stories for the day. 17 people have died in China from coronavirus. With 440 cases confirmed, the Chinese authorities have discouraged the public gatherings in Hubei province. Given the scale of this outbreak, the World Health Organization is holding an emergency meeting later today in Geneva. The meeting will decide if coronavirus is an international public health emergency or not. The United States confirmed its first case of coronavirus yesterday, with a man traveling from China to Washington. As a prevention, federal officials have announced an expanded screening for the infection at major U.S. airports. But Canadians need not worry. Canada's chief health public officer says there is no reason for us to panic or be overly concerned. Furthermore, steps are being taken for preparing the health system for any potential cases. Earlier today, I talked to our reporter, Christian Holmes, who has been talking to the city officials about the issue. Let's take a look at what we found. So, Christian, you have been talking to the officials in Toronto about the coronavirus outbreak. What have you heard so far?
Well, Rio, I've heard that there are no reported cases of the coronavirus in Toronto. That said, the Toronto Public Health Services do have a plan in place in case something does happen. I was told by a spokesperson from the Toronto Public Health Services that your odds of catching the coronavirus are basically your odds of winning the lottery. As long as you follow the precautions, you should be virus free.
Okay, and there is a lot of traveling to China because of the Lunar New Year. What is the officials doing about that?
So, Ria, what the officials are doing in China, they're trying to limit travel. They're screening every single flight that goes in and out, and they're trying to prevent the outbreak that way. In Canada, we're not doing anything at the moment, but I talked to somebody from Capitol Hill, and they said that if there's more travel caused by the Lunar New Year, that they might do something. This is an ongoing situation, so just to keep updated with all the public health stuff and just to be cautious when you're traveling.
Okay, and what advice do you have for our Humber community to take as a precaution?
Well, my advice I have to them, Maria, is what I was told by Toronto Public Health. Wash your hands after you go to the bathroom or touch anything that could have germs on it. If you're going to sneeze, sneeze into a Kleenex or into your sleeve. Um, if you're sick, do not come to work, school, or wherever you need to go. Stay home. It's better for everybody that way. And if you're going to travel out of the country, especially to a place like China for Chinese New Year or Lunar New Year, you should tell somebody and get the proper vaccination.
All right, thank you so much. Now, for more on the issue, visit skedline.com to hear from Christian. We just got an update from Christian. The Canadian transport officials have announced that they will be screening flights from Canada to China, while the Chinese officials screen the flights coming from there to here. Meanwhile, in New York today, the Weinstein trial will open with statements from the prosecutors. The U.S. prosecutors will begin presenting their rape case against Harvey Weinstein, with the once powerful Hollywood producer facing life prison if convicted. The opening statements will be made to a jury of 7 men and 5 women in a Manhattan courthouse. Weinstein will be attending this trial, which has been of the watershed importance for #MeToo movement. Meanwhile, in Washington, the Senate adopted the ground rules this morning for Trump's impeachment trial. Senators voted 53 to 47 to approve a revised set of procedures put forth by Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell. The trial is going live today, where the Republican-controlled U.S. Senate will hear the opening arguments from the Democrats. This is the beginning of up to 6 days of presentation on whether President Donald Trump should be removed from the office. Trump has been charged with abuse of power and obstruction of Congress. Amazon boss Jeff Bezos' cell phone was hacked by using a WhatsApp account last year. After launching an investigation into the hack, 2 United Nations officials say there is a possible involvement from Saudi Arabia's friends. The agents Agnes Calmart and David Gay have linked the WhatsApp account to the Crown Prince, They say the account got hacked through a malicious video file. Saudi Arabia's Foreign Minister Prince Faisal bin Al Saud says the allegations are absurd. The allegations could further harm the kingdom's reputation with foreign powers and investors. In Canada, Volkswagen has pleaded guilty to all Canadian charges in the emissions cheating scandal. The scandal broke when the automaker faced offenses for cheating on emission tests. The German automaker and the Crown have submitted an agreed statement on facts in a Toronto court this morning. The federal government charged the auto giant with 58 infractions under the Environmental Protection Act. A 15-year-old has been charged with killing of another 15-year-old. The victim has been identified as Safiullah Khosravi of Toronto. The police received calls about multiple gunshots in Scarborough Monday afternoon. Police found the victim suffering from multiple gunshot wounds. A teen was arrested at the scene who was charged with second-degree murder. Homicide Detective Sergeant Antti Singh says it's still too early to say that Khosravi was the intended target. Investigation still continues as Singh urges any witnesses to reach out. Now moving on to weather, let's go to Mariana Bahum.
Thanks, Priya. Today started cloudy, but the sun is peeking through the clouds. We're experiencing -4 degrees right now, and we'll be having a high of 1 degree throughout the day and a drop to -3 degrees this evening. For tomorrow, the day will be mainly cloud. It will be a max of 2 degrees and a low of -3. The temperature will rise on Friday. We can expect a max of 2 degrees above zero, and the temperature will drop to just 1 degree, and there's a chance of 60% of rain or snow at night. There will be more snow this weekend. Saturday will have a period of snow throughout the day and night. The highest temperature will be 1 degree during the day. There will be a low of -2 degrees during the night. Sunday morning will be a mixture of flurry or rain at a temperature of 2 degrees during daytime. It will be a chilly night at -3 degrees with a 60% of flurry. Finally, Monday will continue what started on Sunday. There's a chance of 40% of flurrying during the day with a max of 1 degree. The temperature will drop to -5 degrees at night. The sky will be cloudy. Now let's check the updates on Newfoundland. Newfoundland is still cleaning up after the historic snowstorm. Police said today they're calling off the search for a man who went missing Friday night. 26-year-old Joshua Wall told his family he was going to a friend's house and hasn't been seen. Police say the massive amount of snow makes the search impossible. The state of emergency the Mayor Danny Breen declared is still in effect. Mayor Breen has been sharing many updates on Twitter. Extra plows from across the province and the Canadian Armed Troops are in St. John's to help clearing roads and digging out snow. The St. John's International Airport, grocery, and convenience stores reopened today. On the bright side, many people are taking the snowstorm lightly. People on social media created a hashtag Snowmageddon 2020. People are sharing many photos and videos joking about the situation. Now, Luca with entertainment news.
Thanks, Mariana. Now let's talk all things entertainment. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's lawyers threatened the paparazzi with lawsuits. The warning was issued after paparazzi released the pictures of Markle and her son in a park on Vancouver Island. Last week, Buckingham Palace confirmed that Harry and Meghan will step down from their duties as members of the royal family to start a new life in Canada. American actors Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston reunite during the SAG Awards on Sunday. The two congratulated each other on the victories in their categories, shared a kiss, and held hands. Pitt won an award for Outstanding Performance by a Male Actor in a supporting role in Tarantino's film Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Aniston won the Outstanding Female Actor in a drama series called The Morning Show. The 62nd annual Grammy Awards ceremony will air this weekend on January 26. Lizzo leads the way with most nominations, holding 8 in total. Among the list of the Canadian artists nominated this year are Shawn Mendes, Drake, and Michael Bublé. Selena Gomez earns her third #1 album on Billboard 200. The new record, called Rare, scores the top position on the chart, following her previous #1s, Stars Dance in 2012 and Revival in 2015. The grunge band Pearl Jam announces their new album's release date. Their 11th record, called Gigaton, will be out on March 27. The first single, Dance of the Clairvoyants, is available now. English rock icon Ozzy Osbourne reveals he has Parkinson's disease. The British singer stated that he got the diagnosis last February, shortly after having a neck surgery. Due to the issues with health, Osbourne's world tour was cancelled last year. The legendary rock band Queen is featured on a new commemorative coin along with Britain's Queen Elizabeth. Released on Monday, the coin is available in silver proof, brilliant uncirculated, and gold proof. This marks first time a British band is celebrated on a coin in the United Kingdom. Harry Jones, the star of the British Monty Python comedy team, dies at the age of 77. Diagnosed with a rare form of dementia in 2015, Jones battled FTD for over 5 years. Just weeks after finding out his diagnosis, he received a BAFTA Comrie Award for contributing to the British film and TV industry. That's it for the entertainment today. My name is Luka Tkadaya. Now off to sports.
I'm calling to let you know that you did not fall short this time.
Oh my God. That's Larry Walker. He's a former slugger for the Montreal Expos, and now he's the second Canadian to join the Cooperstown Baseball Hall of Fame. Walker's entry comes after 10 years of waiting, just barely sliding in with a 76.6 of sports writers voting yes. Walker needed a 75 to get in, and this was his final year on the ballot. Walker debuted in Major League Baseball with the Expos in 1989 and spent 6 seasons with the team. He made MVP with the Colorado Rockies and finished his career in 2005 with a total of 383 home runs. Walker is also joined by Yankees shortstop Derek Jeter. In more local news, Humber men's volleyball team was ranked #1 in the country by the CCAA. The rank comes after a fantastic win streak by the Hawks, 12-0, winning every set in just about every game they played this season. The team was quick to celebrate on Twitter, quote, "The weather is still nice from up here. Great work, guys." Humber men's basketball is also returning home tonight. The team is capping off the season series with Mohawk starting at 8 p.m. The Hawks have a rough fight ahead, having dropped their 3rd straight game to open the season, meeting Mohawk after a 6-game win streak. FIFPro, the global soccer union, says it will support any player who decides to defy the International Olympic Committee's ban on political protest. FIFPro Secretary General Jonas Bayer-Hoffmann says the sanctions are, quote, "unacceptable." He says soccer players played a key role in raising important issues of racism and sexism and called the ban hypocritical. The committee banned political protests such as signs, armbands, political gestures like kneeling, and refusing to follow ceremony protocol in order to avoid turning the games into a political tool, although they do make clear that athletes are welcome to continue to protest outside of the games in press conferences and on social media. We are also getting our first taste of the Super Bowl 54 ads. Among the companies ponying up the almost $170,000 per second are Doritos, Bud Light, and Hyundai, all of which have released teasers for their ads. So now we have ads for ads. That's exciting. Among the teasers, we have a corn chip trip to the Wild West, a peek into the politics of Seltzer, Pennsylvania, and a lovely cameo from former Red Sox player David Ortiz. Last but not least, the Toronto Raptors play tonight against the Philly 76ers at 7 p.m. Eastern in the Scotiabank Arena. That's all we have for sports today. I'm Maddie Sear, and now over to Rhea to finish us out.
Thank you, Maddie. Well, that's all what we have for you today. This is Ria Paul for skedline.com.